Welcome everyone to Tuesday's Q&A. It's a chance for you to ask a question to someone who has spent more than 40 years in the healing arts and has a very special gift of being able to access your energy field and to be able to scan you without knowing anything about you and being able to give you some helpful advice and information and a brief energy clearing. So just know that when you post a question, this is a public platform, that's no surprise. And that if you post a question, that means you're agreeing to be scanned and to have this information public, and also that you're agreeing that we can use this information to help other people. That's sort of the point of having a free platform here, is that we can help as many people as possible, especially people that feel challenged financially, etc. So, without further ado, there's a couple of announcements that I wanted to share about some things that are upcoming in the pike, so to speak, in the pipe. I guess that's how they say it, down the pike, um, in the pipeline. So one of the things that's going to be happening in about a week or so is I'm going to start traveling, and I'm also going to be setting up more information on how to know where I'm traveling to. I'm going to be starting like small gatherings and to be able to make more personal contact with people. And also offering, for the first time in many, many years, personal, private, in person sessions of various kinds. So that's going to be coming down the pike. It's in the pipeline. And so keep an eye out for that. And I'm excited about that. It really feels important that we really start making personal, in person connections with more and more people. We've already seen what's happened to um, some of these social media platforms and how unstable they are. And also, if you are not on my newsletter list, we send out emails twice a week, every Monday and Thursday, announcing what we do here, posting these recordings. So if you're not on social media, people will still be able to access these videos, these helpful videos. So if you would like to be on our email list, you can sign up for anything that's free. The 20-minute meditation, of course, is going to be your best bet. There's also a free chapter to my um, best-selling book, Supercharge Your Success. And be sure to click the box that says to subscribe to the email list so you can actually get the emails. So it's really important right now that we start establishing personal, close connections with real people other than just on social media. Super important right now. So let's go ahead and see what kind of questions we have going today. Wow, lots of people here. Thank you, Roma in London. And please also, yes, thanks for the reminder. Please like, share, subscribe. More people need to know about what we're doing here. And this is real stuff. And so when you have a scan or I do some energy work on you, please let us know how it affects you. Like, I already know this stuff works, but people here that are new, they don't know how effective this is and how quickly we can change things. Hello from Nicaragua. Greetings. Okay, so here is our first question from Kiana. Ever since I got with my boyfriend, father of my child, I've been losing more and more weight, and he's been gaining more and more weight. I feel drained around him a lot. Okay, so let's check and see how. So this is the question there. Let's check and see how you two are interacting energetically and whether or not he is siphoning energy off of you. Um, so yes, that was my first inclination where he might be energetically courting to you is right at your solar plexus. So that's going to affect your personal power, how much energy you have. And it's right there at the stomach. So that can also affect your appetite. So I'm going to let you do this. This is part of coming here, is so that you guys can learn how to master your own energy. So I'm going to have you do this so you know that you can empower yourself. And so you can do it one of two ways. You can energetically pull his cord out front and back to send it to him, or use a violet flame. It seems that the flames are becoming more and more popular these days. It's fast, it's easy, and it takes no special skill other than your free imagination. So go ahead and use that flame right in your solar plexus. Let's see what color. I'm going to use a black flame for that. I checked on a violet flame, but black was in favor. So you can check these things. All right. And language of light has been coming through. So that may or may not come through today, just as a heads up in case you hear me babbling along, wondering what I'm doing or saying. Okay, so he's out of your solar plexus. So you did that. And next, let's see. He's also corded to your root chakra. And this is going to affect your ability to feel safe to step into your power. So here you can do the same thing, use a violet flame, or expand the worry circle that's there and just send the energy back to him. I think I said violet flame, didn't I? Yeah, either. So I'm just letting her do the work so that she knows that she can do this on her own. And so today I'm also going to be looking for questions from new people, and also the people in my 21-day daily meta-clearing program. We have just 2 more days left, and then I'll be taking a break, and we won't be starting up again until November 11th. So if you're interested in joining us, keep an eye out for that link so that you can learn how to master your own energy every day, building on the next. Each day builds on the next. All right. So, yeah, so this is why you were feeling drained around this guy. So he's not corded to you anymore. So let us know if that feels different. If maybe you're already starting to feel a little more alert. Let's also check and see how you're cording to him if you are. Yes, so you're corded to his solar plexus as well. So what that's going to create is a lot of power struggles where you're both vying for power in the relationship. So pull your energy back from his solar plexus, because what that creates is resistance to each other. Nobody wants to be controlled, right? So you can just pull your energy back. Okay, good. So see if that doesn't change the dynamics in your relationship just a little bit. All right, so we're going to look first for the people that are in the 21-day program, if any of you here. And if not, we can move on to others. So many people here today. I love that. This is growing and growing. Okay, great. So let's see what's next. Nessa, could you please tell me if my baby's father is going to stay more in the mental hospital? And by that, hen, finally, we are going to disconnect for good. I have no way of foretelling any futures. Future can change. There's so many moving parts when it comes to the future. So I don't try to foretell the future. But what will determine whether or not you disconnect from him for good is all of your choices and decisions. If you're constantly waiting for your outer world to line up so that then you can feel safe, um, that's backwards. And so where you start to feel safe is right here first. You create safety in your own energy field, and then your outer world reflects how safe you are. So if you have decided that you don't want him in your life anymore, then you create those boundaries and you don't let him back. That's all up to you. That's not up to the hospital or whatever. So hopefully you get what I'm saying. So let's see. We're going to do the same thing and just see where he's corded to you and vice versa. So he is also corded to your solar plexus. So that's why you're feeling a little powerless around this. Like everything else is in control and you don't have a say in the matter. So do the same thing for yourself. Um, we're going to use a black flame in this one as well. So he's got a very heavy kind of energy, very controlling. Okay, sorry about that. So we are going to use that black flame right in your solar plexus and just turn up the volume to transmute that attachment. So you can do that. I was starting to do it for you, but you can do it. Okay, keep going. Okay, great. So it's out of the solar plexus, and now do the same thing in the root chakra because you have the same setup as Nessa. Oh, you are Nessa. That's the same person. Um, I mean, you had the same setup as Kiana. Excuse me. Uh, okay, so he's out. Let's see if you're cording to him. Yes, you're actually corded to his crown. So you're at this, when someone is corded to the crown, that's like trying to own somebody. And you come down into his crown, into his heart. And so that's a big string that you can pull and make him feel guilty for doing something or not doing something. So pull that out so that he can uh, stop. See, he needs to feel like he has to control you. So pull your cord out so he won't need to feel like he has to do that anymore. So just pull it from his heart up through his central core, out of his crown, and then just back to you. Okay, great. So that should also help with the dynamic. Keep practicing running your energy and staying grounded. So you are currently very grounded. I suggest that you do the new grounding. We have not made a new audio of this yet, but some of the previous Friday's inspiration, especially the last one, uh, would have been demonstrating the new way of grounding. So you're going to ground from your heart chakra, that luminous heart, and you're going to ground all the way down through solar plexus, second chakra, root, and then all the way down into the center of our luminous earth. So make that be your new grounding cord. All right, let's see what else we have. And Nate, can you please check my chakras and aura if I have any ghosts from Saudi Arabia? Okay, great. Nice to have you here. So let's see if Nate, what you're working on, Nate, is first of all getting grounded. So first, we're going to establish a grounding cord for you from the base of your spine to the center of the planet. Make sure that's nice and grounded first. Okay, there you go. And otherwise, you're just going to feel a lot of anxiety and anxiousness, very unsettling when you don't have a grounding cord. So now you have a grounding cord that goes from the base of your spine to the center of the planet. You also don't have any earth energy coming up through your legs. So, first of all, imagine sending roots down from your feet into the earth's crust, which is about 4,000 miles, and start connecting to that layer of mycelium, the fungus that's on and below the planet's crust. This is an intelligent network that helps to establish a really sound connection with our Mother Earth. It has a lot of intelligence to deliver to us. And then as you're sending those roots down from your feet, it's going to go all the way through the center of the earth. It's going to come out the other side where it's connecting to the mycelium on the other side and wrapping around the entire planet before you bring that earth energy up through your legs. So this is getting ultra grounded. And for those of you who are following along here, you can also do this same thing for yourself to get ultra grounded and bringing that earth energy up through the legs and down the grounding cord. And then we're going to pull in your worry circle because your worry circle is currently out to your third layer where you feel fearful about stepping into your power and it doesn't feel safe. So we're just going to pull in that energy and then just drop it down the grounding cord. Okay, great. So that's really what's more important. And then the fourth and newest step to getting ultra grounded is now to come up to your heart chakra, say hello to your heart, let it start to illuminate so that you can activate your heart chakra, which is currently only about 50% open. There, before you can open up your heart all the way, I want you to go down to your root chakra right at the base of your spine and pretend that you know where the 15th layer of your aura is around your root. We're just going to pull in that energy. That's that 1% that doesn't want you to feel safe on the planet. And we're going to pull it up through the central core and send it off planet. Okay, great. So those are the 4 steps to getting ultra grounded. So now, the fourth step we didn't finish. We're going to go back up to your heart. So now your heart's 100% open. Can you feel that difference? So from here, now you're going to connect this luminous heart down through your solar plexus and your second chakra, through your root, and it's going to connect all the way to the center of the earth, to that luminous center of our earth. So that's getting ultra grounded. Thanks for joining us, Nate. I hope that helps. Let the new people here know how that feels different. Just going to take a quick scan for some new people. Okay, Kanti, I think you're fairly new. Let's do you. Thank you for the session. Can you tell me when my sister would meet a guy and get married? I don't have a clue. It's going to be whenever she's ready. And the bigger thing is, what is she going to attract? And so, all of you who are looking for partners are often have this sort of backwards paradigm where you're looking on the outside to find that person who's going to love you so that you feel loved. Finally, you will feel loved. And that's actually a little backwards. So the important thing is that you start to generate this self-love by doing this new grounding that's been revealed, grounding your heart chakra, connecting it to our luminous earth. So you can start self-generating love, activating your heart, self-generating love, so that when you do attract a partner, that they can reflect back to you what you're already generating. And so then they will likely be a match who also is full of love. And when you get 2 people who are filled up and full of themselves, full of love, and then they mirror to each other this kind of love, then that's the kind of relationship you want to have. So when that will happen, I haven't a clue. Well, best of luck with that. Um, Armenia, is that who we just did? Oh no, okay, so that's someone else. So this is your first time here. I don't see a question. Okay, here it is. Down here is this question or her question. What is holding me back from thriving and growing my business? Okay, great. Let's check. So I like to think of a business as sort of an extension of us. It's a way to work on our spiritual development by something that is a little more removed from us. And so, first of all, um, let's check your money vibration, which is low. So it's at about 250, which I is low on the infinity scale. And the scale that I use in everything that I'm doing here is outlined in my book, Access Your Ultimate Power, the Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence, available on Amazon with lots of illustrations and everything on how to do what we're doing here. And it's easier to follow along too if you've gotten the book. So at any rate, your money vibration is low, and super important would be for you to um, get the free 20-minute meditation, because half of that is devoted to raising your money vibration. And we do this, it seems like, all the time. And today I'm going to do something a little different, which is creating an avatar for your business. So this is like two separate parts, but both important: clearing your money pile, making sure you're aligned with that high vibration. And then the second part is what we're going to do here, which is creating an avatar, which is just the image of a person standing out in front of you. And we're going to run energy through the business avatar. And then you're going to get a better idea of why your business is stuck. So I don't have a clue yet, but let's find out. So, first of all, we're going to see if it's grounded. So maybe this is a new business, but it doesn't have a grounding cord. So, in order for you to feel like this is going to be a stable operation, we need to make sure it's grounded. So, let's give it a grounding cord. And we're going to do it the new way. We're going to start at the heart. We're going to say hello to the heart of your business, what drives your business, what you're passionate about. And then we're going to bring this luminosity of your heart, and any judgments about how you've been operating or the coulda, woulda, shouldas. We're going to start bringing that down through the solar plexus, where there's a big block right there. So we're going to go out to the third layer, third chakra of this business avatar, because this is like a big stop sign where it's like a big cog in the wheel. It's not turning. So we're going to pull in this energy at the solar plexus and send it down your grounding. And also, if there's some of you who have come here in the past and had some work done, and if there was a positive result, let others know about that, so they can know that what we're doing is real here. This is really changing people's lives very, very quickly. So now, as this energy from the heart of your business is coming down through the solar plexus, connecting to your power now, and down into the second chakra, and spilling down the root of this business avatar, we're going to mix these two energies: the earth energy that's coming up through the legs. There is also a worry circle. So let's check that. It goes out to the third layer. So we're going to pull in this worry circle where it doesn't feel safe to step into your power when it comes to your business. Just dump that down the grounding cord. Excellent. Okay, great. And then, so now your business is grounded. Okay. Let's check and see what else is going on. So we're going to bring pure source down through the creative rings. This is how all of your intentions for your business, what you desire to create, the transformation for other people that you're trying to create. So as it's coming through the crown, 6, 5, so right at the throat of your business, out to the 15th layer, the 1% doesn't want you to share your message. And so we're going to pull in their influence from that. So that's the 1%. And we're going to pull in their influence all the way to the, pulls into the third layer where it doesn't feel like you have a voice for your business. Maybe it's hard for you to share what you do for how you help other people. And so the voice, the message is getting stuck right there. So we're going to pull in this 1% influence all the way into the core of your business. I ke a e o kua e popo nuki a ne kokua te te a. And then we're going to pull that 1% up and out through the central core, sending that off planet. Okay, so as pure source is coming down through the backside of the central orbit. Okay, good. Now we're going to mix it with the earth energy right in that root chakra, and we're going to bring it up the front. So, right at the heart of your business, that 1% wants to squelch and dampen your passion and your intelligence, your infinite intelligence when it comes to this business and how it's going to help other people. Because if it's just about the money, um, in case you haven't gotten the memo, just making money in a business is not going to make you happy. It's not very fulfilling for very long. So, what brings greater joy is really helping other people, helping to transform their life, helping them to create breakthroughs, helping them maybe support how they're helping other people. So, there's lots of ways that your business can help other people. Okay, there. So, as this pure source is coming up through, I was wondering why so many flies are coming in here. 1 second. The door was wide open. Okay, so as we're bringing pure source and this earth energy up the central core of your business avatar, up through the heart, the throat, 6 crown rings, aura. Let's go out to the 15th layer, and we're going to start at the bottom and clear more of that 1% influence out of your energy field. Okay, great. And then the 30th layer, that's where the reptilians hang out, clearing that influence out of your energy field. I'm curious what kind of business you have. Maybe you can tell us that. Emine, Emine. I'm sure I butchered that, but sorry. um, okay, 30. And then your circle of reciprocity out that right arm in the left. Great. So you're ready to receive. It's just that there were all these other blocks in the way. So my suggestion to you is to get the 20-minute meditation if you haven't gotten it yet, and start practicing that so you can raise your money vibration. So here is that 20-minute guided meditation where you can download that, which will be super helpful. And so Kiana says, wow, I didn't realize how I was courted into him. I felt that. Thank you. You're welcome. So Ilkison, this is a newer person as well. Hi, Kimberly, working on my grounding. Could you please check if I'm properly grounded? Absolutely. So, no, that's a good thing you asked. So you have no grounding cord right now. And so don't feel bad, because I've discovered that about 50% of even advanced healers are not grounded. So what a lot of people are doing is they will meditate, but they use that as an opportunity to leave their body. And then they feel great because they're disconnected from all of the pain and stuff in their bodies. So the point of the meditation, the meta clearing, in this 20-minute meditation, and that we do on Fridays, the point of that is to get you in your body, fully grounded, so that you can receive all the messages that are coming through. If you're only in your body by a thin little thread and occupying only part of your body, One, you're going to always feel a little airy. It's real easy to get injured that way because you're not fully paying attention to what's going on in your body. You probably lose things like your keys or your wallet a lot because you're not connected to what's going on. So, super important to stay ultra grounded and 100% in your body. So let's get you there, Ilki-san. So I want you to first start at your heart. We're going to do this because, and it's also a reminder for me since it's new that this is how we're getting grounded now. So say hello to your heart. Illuminate that. Bring that down into the solar plexus, second chakra, spilling down the root. Excellent. And so you do have earth energy coming up, so that's great. Let's see if you have a worry circle. You do. So go out to the third layer, pull that worry circle in with all of those fears, anxiety, worries, and just send it all down the grounding cord. Okay, great. So see if that feels different now. Let us know how that feels different to be able to have a grounding cord when you didn't before. And if it feels different grounding from the heart instead of grounding from your root chakra, it really feels like as we're stepping into more and more chaos and unrest as the world starts to um, get shook up a little bit. There's things are starting to shake up here. That it's super important that all of you know how to get ultra grounded like this. Because when things are chaotic, if you don't have this kind of grounding, it's going to be real easy to get swept along in other people's fears and anxieties and everything. So super important to stay ultra grounded. So thank you, Ilke-san, for asking about your grounding. Great job. So now it'll be easier to do that 20-minute meditation. Okay. Yes, recommend the new grounding technique for sure. Okay, and then Armene says, thank you so much, Kimberly. I will get the meditation. You are so right on. I am ready to receive, but I could see the blockages, but couldn't exactly see what they are. Okay, great. So thanks for that validation. Not so much for me, I already know this all works, but for other people so they can see. That's really important. And Kanti says, that I am 33, but I still can't drive a car. I'm so afraid. Can you please tell me what to do? So, aren't you the one that we just grounded? Didn't we? Let's see, what did we do here with you? I have a horrible memory. I'm just so much in present time that I don't always know. Okay. Oh, when your sister would meet a guy. Okay. So we didn't actually work on you. So since you're new, let's see why you have so much fear. And yeah, taking on driving is can be a very scary experience, especially in some cities more than others where there's just really, really a lot of chaos. So your fear levels, so we're going to measure how much fear is in your energy field. 95%. So that's why you actually feel afraid. And yeah, you have about 10 fear entities. And so we can shortcut this and we're going to eliminate the fear entities, at least for now. That doesn't mean that they can't come back or that new ones might not show up. So that's the beauty of being able to learn the system so that you can learn how to recognize when these are in your space and then also, more importantly, how to clear them. So we're going to use a black flame. And so black is pure darkness and super powerful energy that's very transmutive. So we're going to use a black flame in your heart. In fact, the fear is congested all the way out to the 25th layer, which is where the fear entities hang out. So it's probably very scary to open your heart. Yes. In fact, your heart is only open 15%. So that's going to feel like you feel very guarded and like the world doesn't feel safe and it feels vulnerable to open your heart. So, so we're going to use a black flame in your heart, also in your solar plexus. That's another big place where fear lives, because that's what fear's job is. It's designed to stop you. And so, what better place to live than right at your solar plexus, the chakra that's responsible for doing things, for getting things done. So, we're going to use a black flame there. We're also going to use a black flame in your second chakra, where this is a chakra that processes a lot of emotions, which is where a lot of fear lives. And then in your root as well, all the way out to the 25th layer. So this is why you're feeling so much fear, is one, because of these fear entities, and then you hold these fears in your energy field. So I want to go through some of these fears, and then you'll be able to relate to them a little bit better. Um, so one is a fear of failure, a fear of not being able to do enough, a fear of the future, a fear of the unknown, a fear of dying. So these are really powerful fears that can paralyze you. So um, we're going to help you release these fears. So I'm going to have you do this so that you know that you're capable of eliminating fear from your energy field, of releasing these fears that you think you're completely powerless about. So you're going to imagine a black flame, and hang on just a second. You're going to use a black flame in your heart chakra, your solar plexus, your second chakra, and your root. And I'm going to assist with a little bit of light language that I can feel wants to come through. So go ahead and turn up those flames, and we're going to start transmuting all of this fear. And those of you who have this matched kind of energy will also receive a healing as a result of this. So go ahead and turn up those black flames. Ai o nai ke a au ku ma pepe ku netia e uak a yuto ape eno ki aniti tiaka papeta o e niuko atataiki e ana pape ke kia o ana I ako kanetia papakea. So you have two fear entities left. One is up here where we didn't use a flame, all the way up to the 25th layer. So these are going to be the beliefs, the thoughts that you think over and over and over again about you can't do this, or this will happen, or whatever those thoughts are that go round and around. This is where it's living. And then we're also going to go back to the heart. So use that black flame in both of those spaces. And we're going to transmute more of this fear in your energy field. Oi oiana ke a pepe. Ike uta papa kokone a e te o kukia. Pina e che to kukua la ka kena pepe I a okona e a. Okay. So now the fear entities are zero. So they're all out of your energy field. Let's remeasure the fear and see how much that is diminished in your energy field, because you're going to be able to feel the difference. And please share with people how it feels different. So that fear is down to 15% right now. Let's see where that last little bit is. You wouldn't recognize it because it's so small, but I want to get it all the way down to zero. So right in your root chakra, out to that second layer is still a little bit of fear. And so you use this fear to actually it's a way of feeling safe. So you can always use your discernment, your intelligence to scan a situation to determine the safety, as opposed to always having fear in your space to kind of keep you on edge, right? So maybe you know what I'm talking about. So we're just going to dump this little bit of fear that's left right in your root chakra, which is going to allow you to access more of your own infinite intelligence to determine if you're safe or not. E ana e kokoa pepe nia o ia totoaka. Okay, so now the fear is down to 0, and the fear entities are 0, and you don't have any control beings in your space. So let us know how that feels different, Ganti. As it's coming out, you may have gotten a little afraid because as it's coming out, you may have felt the fear. So let us know how that feels different. And so Amenya, this was so one. I asked her about what kind of business she was using. One is a clothing design, and the other is an energy frequency practitioner. Okay. Yes, I was reading the second one. Definitely. Okay, got it. So great. And Ilki-san is saying that grounding from the heart felt more connected to earth. Okay, good. Okay, so your son, Asha, Onako, I think your question was way up here. Okay, so this is for your son. Okay, so let's go back up and find your question. Okay, great. Um, with permission. Okay, so she's gotten her son's permission. Could you check the energy of my son, please? He visits during the summer. Now he's away in England. He's been quite a lot. Is he feeling sad, and why? Also eliminate discarnate beings. Eliminate discarnate beings. Okay, so let's check your son. Sadness, 95% sadness. So I'm not sure how old your son is. He is not courting to you, but you are courted to his root chakra. So this is why you are feeling his sadness, is because you're tapped in. So let's see where his sadness is. So if he's given your permission, that means that he's been telling you, I'm feeling sad, and I don't really know why, but and at any rate, we're going to go down to his second chakra, out to that 15th layer. So this is actually an influence of the 1%. Maybe he sees and recognizes a lot of what's going on the planet, and it makes him sad, which is, kind of a powerless feeling. He's got a big heart. His heart's open 100%. And then we're going to clear some energy into his sixth chakra, which also goes out to the 15th layer. So a lot of the beliefs around seeing what's happening with this 1% energy. And so if you're only looking very short-sightedly, it can feel very disempowering to see what is happening on the planet, what the 1% is doing. But when you can step back a little further and take a meta view of what's going on, then you realize that there's a much bigger agenda going on, a much bigger plan that is unfolding exactly as it It's meant to. And it can cause a lot of sadness when we see, especially loved ones, making choices that we know are not going to turn out well. And maybe it's not the choice we would make, and we hope that they would do something different. But nonetheless, they've agreed to play whatever part they're playing in this whole stage that's been set. And so as we see things start to unravel and get a little wonky, uh, it's really our job to take care of us. That's our main job, is to take care of us. If we have children and families, of course, then we can take care of them. After we've put on our own gas mask, we take care of ourselves first before we reach out to others. I'm not talking about little kids, but of course, yes, you still need to put on your gas mask first. You still need to take care of yourself first. Otherwise, you go dry, you go empty. So anyway, your son is the sadness is now at 0. He only has 15% anger and only 15% fear. We can clear those as well at the root chakra out to that third layer. So it's kind of all wrapped into everything that's kind of going on. And of course, England is very, very dense with toxic energy. And unless you're a master like Roma, it can be a very hard place to live and to be. So those energies are very intense there. Okay, great. Even myself, I would say that after spending just a couple months there, that I got a bladder infection for the first time in like 10 years, that I felt was a result of the energy work that I was doing there. It became a bit much for me. So at any rate, your son is grounded and he's not sad anymore. His big open heart is flowing. So hopefully that will feel a lot better. All right. We have time for just a couple more things here. Am I coming to Canada? Probably not, because they've really made crossing the borders is very, very challenging. Too many hoops to jump through. Um, let's see where, hang on just a second here. I'm going to disconnect that so I can come back down here. All right, let's see what other questions we have. Okay, hey Jalpa, I'll get to your readings as soon as we finish here. I was able to help her whole family. She's been sharing me all over the map. So much appreciation for that. Okay, since I jumped around today, I really have to go through all the skin. Okay, Asha, I don't think we did you yet. Let's first share Conti's expression. Wow, I wanted to cry, but I couldn't. And I heard you speaking the light language, and I had a scared laugh coming out. And I was doing the guided clearing with you, and I opened my eyes. Everything was so vivid, like someone turned on the brightness. Wow, that's very cool. Thanks for sharing that, Conti. And here's one other thing. I'll do you just in 1 second, Asha. For those of you who are, considering working with me, or maybe you'd like to have, this is a public forum, and maybe you want something a little more private, that where you start is with the vibrational altitude report. We just added a bunch of new things. We've added measuring, it's so new. Let's see if I can remember. The energies of lack, the energies of sacrifice, and the energies of control, the energy of debt, which you don't have to be in debt literally to still have the energy of debt in your energy field. Debt can show up in lots of ways. There's one more, I can't remember it right now, but at any rate, we're close to almost 50 calibrations now that we're measuring in this altitude report. Yes, the price did just go up, but it's completely worth every penny. If you're a healer, you can use it to heal yourself because I tell you exactly where all the blocks are. But it does come with a 30-minute chat where we can decide what your next best step is. So there's lots of options. But the altitude report is where it all starts. All right, let's go to Asha. I think this is going to be the last opportunity for some work here today. So Asha is looking for a new job from a fairly long time, and I am not getting any interview calls. Could you please help? All right. So your money vibration is at 500. So that's the vibration of love. And so, having a loving relationship with money is great, but we really want that to be at infinity. So be sure to get the 20-minute meditation, practice that, Aisha, so that you can really start to raise your money vibration. When you do this money vibration, um, be sure to drain out. You'll see what I'm talking about in the meditation. You're going to drain out your father's energy, has a big influence on your money vibration, his beliefs. Um, looks like maybe an ex or a partner, a current partner or an ex. And then the 1%. Those are especially holding down your money vibration. And then if you can create an avatar for your incoming job, for your next job. Like it's your business space or your job space avatar. So let's make sure it's grounded, earth energy. There's a lot of anger in this avatar. So we're going to dump the anger down that grounding cord because you don't want to create a job that's going to make you angry. So let's put that down the grounding cord. And then right at your heart, there's a part of what is kind of blocking you is you have this energy at your heart where it kind of feels like, and this is partly from your father's energy, that no matter how hard you work or try to prove yourself, it's not going to feel like enough. And so this energy from your father is now translating into this energy with the job. And so that's your resistance to bringing in a job. It's like, oh, I don't know if I can be able to prove that I'm worthy enough, or that I'm good enough, or that I can work hard enough to make my employer happy. So 765. We're going to clear the energy from your heart first so that you don't have to keep proving your worth and value. You are already enough. You are already valuable. So there's really nothing to prove. But your father's energy here at your heart is making you feel like you still have to prove something. Whew. Okay, so as we're creating this avatar for your workspace, so right at the heart of this avatar, clear that out of there as well. Whew. Okay, good. And then, so the circle of reciprocity in this business avatar is also a little stuck. So that's part of the proving your worth and value. It feels like I don't want to give because I don't know if it's going to be right or enough, or somehow it's not going to be right. And so you're not, it's kind of like not wanting to even get started because it's just never going to be enough. So let's start opening the circle as you start giving from your heart. Whew. And then bring the receiving into that left arm so you can start receiving everything you need from this business, support, money, um, and validation without having to ask for it. It's not like you need the validation to feel worthy or deserving, but I think as humans, it's human nature that we never get tired of feeling appreciated or loved or admired. That this never gets old. So, but it's coming from a different place. It will come from a different place instead of feeling like you're not enough unless you get this stuff. It becomes more like a validation of how open your heart is and how much you've shifted and changed the energy just by doing what we're doing here. So hopefully that will help with your job. Come on next week and let us know, or in the weeks to come when you get a job, and how this work here may have helped. All right, dear friends, thank you all of you for joining us today and for all of your shares. And so I'm about to get kicked off Instagram here, so I want to wrap this up. But thank you all for joining us. We'll be back on Friday. We're going to be clearing energy portals. There's been tons of them that have been opened up by these nefarious forces on the planet. And so on Friday, we're going to be clearing and closing these damaging energy portals in your homes. So be sure to share that with your friends, and we will be back here on Friday doing more of this amazing work. So I look forward to seeing you then. Until then, keep asking my favorite question: how does it get any better than this? And then stay in that blissful question of, I wonder. Sending much love. Namaste.